The second episode of Ms. Marvel has a lot of things going on, and especially in the end there, where we see Kamala more comfortable with her powers, using them to save a life, and also, well, using them to get herself in some more trouble. So let's talk about what exactly this means moving forward. So during the second episode of Ms. Marvel, we see Kamala getting a little bit more comfortable with her powers. Specifically getting more training in, being able to make constructs that she can walk on, just in general making use of her powers in a more comfortable way and being more comfortable with it, understanding her powers a little bit more. Now again, she doesn't really understand yet, and we don't know where they come from, but there's quite a few hints towards it here, which again we will be talking about in our audio commentary for the second episode available to members. If you guys join now, you got tons of audio commentaries, including the entire MCU. Now, let's get back to Ms. Marvel, where we're going to talk about the weird developments in this. Specifically, I've already talked a little bit about the love interest, and I put that in quotation marks, and the DOD. And yeah, the damage control department definitely is on to Kamala. And during the third act, after she ends up saving the life of a little boy who ends up almost falling off a mosque, we see that Kamala is now a little bit more in the spotlight, considering that the social media aspect of it is playing into it. And well, she's been out there now, right? Like, there's people taking videos and pictures, post them online. She's now got a pseudo name to her that's obviously not Ms. Marvel yet, but you know, it's a name that's been given to her. Again, watch the episode to find that out and how they play off of that. But what I really like in this is the fact that they're heavily playing into the aspect of Kamala discovering her powers and the mystery behind it. And right there in the third act, when damage control is after her, we see that they are using Mysterio Stark drones, or just Stark drones, or some version of Edith or something. How they got their hands on all that and how they're able to use it, we have no idea. But Kamala is on the run. She ends up destroying a bunch of these drones because, again, they're onto her and they know that she's somehow connected to the mosque. So clearly they're gonna be after her. And once she makes a getaway, it looks like, well, they're about to catch her, considering she gets knocked out of the air, but not so fast, as her new love interest pulls up. He ends up just saying, hey, get in the car, come with me. She does, except that's a problem. It looks like this was all a setup, and he's not quite who he says to be, because well, he's got another interested party in learning about Kamala, and they clearly know something about her powers and where she's from and all that. So that's definitely going to play into the next episode, and we see a lot of things that are already kind of moving in a more rapid pace than I think some people thought they would be. The plot is starting to thicken a little bit here. We're getting more mystery behind the powers, possibly even an Inhuman connection here or there. We learned a little bit more in the episode about you know, the mystery of what happened back in the home country and everything, which definitely seems to have a lot of ambiguous things behind it, which obviously they're going to get into soon. But overall, the episode ends on a very interesting cliffhanger that I cannot wait to see play out, and what exactly this group is going to tell Kamala about her origins, powers, and where she comes from.